Arknights is one of the most successful gachas in the Eastern market, but unlike other games, seeing bad ripoffs and copycats of it is rare to almost non-existent. That is why the release of Mystery of Dust, or sorry, Mystery of the Dust, not sure what to use since on their Steam page they have both versions, was such an exciting thing for content creators. Going into this, I certainly have my own bias, and I really want the game to be absolutely dogshit, but still, I choose to seriously give it a chance, and try to find things that might even be better than what Arknights has. I started a live stream and jumped right into the world of Mystery of Dust. Oh, I've never seen that! What a creative idea to come up with an orange slime that also has like those empty spaces. You know, I've never seen the placing down like this, but like I'm gonna be like it doesn't look as bad. I'm gonna be fucking honest. It does not look as bad as I thought. Like the thing is, like, we're not gonna read story. That is clear to us. You might be wondering now why the game is in Chinese. It came out just a few days ago, and it doesn't have an English translation yet. And beside that, the game is still in early access, so even if we would encounter bugs, it makes sense that an unfinished game isn't perfect. The game also costs $4, so the minimum I expect is that at least the bare bones are finished. So we know this scene already from the cutscene, from the trailer. I don't think it looks that close to Blamey. I give them it's a unique design. It's not close enough to call it a steal of a character design, in my opinion. I have to say, I also think that her design isn't bad. This is actually a good design. That's literally 0.1. Okay, you're right about it. I might have seen this stage somewhere before. It's beside this red box, it's the same. I think it has one more tile, to be honest, like one or two tiles here before the red box is here. But yeah, I swear if they also have rock farm, they probably got tired of rock farming themselves until they create their own game. Oh wow, I've never seen this. Wow. Okay, so she's a defender. What a scam. I'm here for Arknights. This is Arknights. It's just from AliExpress. Why do you hate cheap Arknights? Actually, this game costs $4. I had to pay $4 to play this. Low ground! We can place the sniper on low ground. Insane. But I don't understand anything. Can we turn off tutorial? Character-wise, though, I give them that. It looks good. Can we agree that characters don't feel like a ripoff yet? That is a huge bonus. That is... wow. None of the characters here look like they are stolen. They give me a little bit of like a Girls Frontline vibe, but none of them feel stolen. Interesting. So I can't place it on like... why can't I not place it on every tile? That I found to be very interesting. Look, I can only deploy on the tiles that are marked. Imagine paying money for a knockoff of a free game. That is true, but this is for science. Someone has to sacrifice their money to showcase this amazing game. Wait, okay, we have no sound anymore. We lost sound, guys. Did we break the game? Did we actually break the game? Where's the soundtracks? What happened? Do the splasher look? Yeah, we will see about it. I haven't seen it. Like, I haven't looked at the game yet. We just started and are forced to play the tutorial. I have to say, like, those little animations though add a lot. Oh, that looked so... okay, that explosion looked a little bit like stock explosion. But like, then again, you have a stage here with no sound. Dude, you have... again, I think she has a fucking amazing design. She looks great. No doubt about that. You can say it's a bit generic or whatever. No, I don't think so. I think it looks great. Something that should never be the case if you have a game in early... like, just if you have a game at any point. How the fuck do you miss to put in an OST for the game? But in the end, like, it feels like it's early access, yes. We shouldn't be too judgmental about, like, certain stuff. But, like, we're at the first few stages, right? You don't miss to put in a soundtrack, right? Because if you have a stage that just looks like this and you have only sound effect, it feels so bad. Like, it wouldn't even be that bad, but like, without a soundtrack, it just feels bad. But like this explosion is so stockfish. Okay, I can see an Exia in this. Can we look at her? I could see an Exia there. And with this tutorial stage, we learned about the first unique mechanic about the game. There are barriers, and enemies can break those barriers, but also your units can break those barriers. And with that, we had to free our units so they wouldn't get attacked by them. Admittedly, I failed it twice. And when you fail it and you click the wrong things, you'll go back to a previous tutorial stage for whatever reason, which really confused me. But in the end, I was able to understand what I need to do and was able to beat it. You know what? Still, I'd say character design is okay. I think the character design is fine. And I'd say like the smooth animation in and out is also pretty cool. Like, this is a very crazy cool transition. Oh, crazy cool. It's a very cool transition, isn't it? I don't want to hate on the game for no reason. So, there is a few aspects to it that are feeling pretty okay, in my opinion. I came into this wanting to 100% trash on the game. There is some quality and some... Like, it's not just a bad ripoff. It's not just a really bad ripoff. And so this is the skill tree. You know what? You know what? That's one fucking hell of a skill tree. Dude, what? That... Okay, I don't want to say anything. I'm occasionally impressed like how insanely big that fucking skill tree is. So I don't speak anything here, but I guess we just go on damage, right? You can never go wrong with damage. And now we can look at the characters. I think this skill tree is, like, the skill tree is a lot. I'd say I give them that. The skill tree looks great. Skill triangle. In the end, let's look at the characters and see if they're well designed or not. And in my opinion, she gets a pass. I think she has a cool design. It's not crazy. Like, it feels a bit generic, to be honest. It just, I don't know. It's not a bad design. I feel like her facial expression doesn't really match it well with like her body gesture. But in general, like, I think this is a... I get it's not... It's to my taste. It gives a bit of a Nikki vibe, the clothing style there. As skin tight clothing, you know me, I'm a sucker for that. In the end, not the biggest fan of her hairstyle, her facial, or like how she looks in general. Outfit though, I think it's fine. Dogger and Red Hood. I mean, like, the characters are not stolen at all. Like, those are very unique characters. That's the one thing I can give them, really. I think this is also like very, very cool, very good looking character. She is incredibly hot. Oh, we can't look at the characters we don't have. No. But so far, I'd say it doesn't have anything unique yet. Like, it's just a game. That it feels like a bit of a rip-off in gameplay. That, it's fucking like Arknights. Gameplay is one-to-one Arknights with different characters. Like, they didn't even try to hide it. It's just interesting that they choose you can't deploy on every tile. Which I don't know if I dislike or like it. I literally can't tell you if it's maybe it's a good thing, you know? Like, I'd say the enemy design look okay. Nothing against that. The music is fine as well. I don't think they used AI for like generating the images or like the characters, at least from my feeling. So all in all, I'd say it isn't too shabby on the first sight. I hope it would be more bad than this, because it's like in a state where it's like playable. Might put Arknights if this is a full game release. It feels very rough. Like, I don't know, it feels so unsmooth when placing units. But like, it's just barely good enough to say, yes, you know, if you never played Arknights and you play this first, would you dislike this game? Probably not. I also think, though, if someone will play this before Arknights, they will probably say, like, you know, probably it's just like it has no reason to play this. Like, there's no real reason why anyone would like play this over Arknights, or why anyone would play this in general. It doesn't have any, like, it has no thrive to play. It has no reason why you would boot up this game to play it, rather than like an Elden Ring or whatever. Like, again, it feels like, I love this kind of clothing. I can't deny it. I think this style of clothing is so my taste. I think this is so hot. But in the end, it's just like, their body body proportions and like the facial expression just don't feel like they match, in my opinion. Like, I look at them and they're like, it feels so random. The faces feel AI generated. I give them, yeah, I agree to this. The stage looks familiar. Yeah. This stage design just feels weird. Like, it feels so bad to place this stuff here. You know, you have here a blue box. We have only so many operators. What if those enemies walk like this? Right? So we have to defend here. But we have snipers. How the fuck do you place a sniper efficiently on the stage? Like, you can place it here facing to the left. But then, like, you also have, like, here this entire space. If they go straight, like, it feels... I don't know. It feels very weird for the first few stages to show the game. Oh my god. If you slow down the game, it looks so framey. Oh my god. It's because of that. She might have a block. Yeah, she does. So if you slow down the game, right? The particles just look so insanely framey. But like, should that be the case that it looks this framey if you... Yeah, I don't know. This looks smooth, but like... You have a 0.25 option, which I think is kind of fire. But like... It does feel like you played at like 3 FPS. I don't know if like you need an option like this if the game makes it look so bad. Like 0.5 is fine. It still feels smooth, but this is abysmal low. And at this point, I probably played enough of the game to already be able to make a video about. But I said I want to give the game a try. And I played it for another 4 hours. And I learned so much about the game. First, let's talk about the things that this game did actually better than Arknights. And yes, this actually exists. That one thing is that speed setting. You can set in the run to 0 speed, to 0.25 speed, to 0.5 speed, 1 time speed, and 2 time speed. Well, I believe 1 time speed and 2 time speed are way too fast for the game. You can barely react to what the enemies are doing. Being able to set it to 0.25 speed is amazing if you want to make like minor adjustments. The game looks absolutely laggy, but if they would improve on it, this is a fucking great feature. And especially the 0 speed setting is amazing. In that time you have this on, you can place any unit you want and activate any skill you want. It's so nice. You can just do setup, you know, oh, I did a mistake, I need to fix anything. You don't need to pause and like play something, pause again or whatever. You can just simply have the 0 speed selected and you can do whatever you want in that time. It just automatically, once you speed it up again, it automatically places everything down. This is a great feature, and if Arknights would implement this, I would fucking love it. There is also 2 gameplay features this game has that, even though I don't know if it would actually benefit that Arknights would implement it, I still think it's what makes this game a bit unique, at least in some spaces. And this is that if you place a unit down, you can replace them anytime you want. And you can also change in which direction you're facing, which allows you for actually more dynamic gameplay. In the end, most of the stages that you see that I played in the upcoming 4 hours were built in a way that you have to use this mechanic. And so the stages ended up being very wide, and you never really knew until you played the stage where the enemies are coming from and how you have to play it, and you were just like left with an insanely big stage with many different paths, and you had no clue what is the best way to place your units until you got lost on the stage a few times. And so while the feature with replacing and refacing is absolutely amazing, the way the game forces you to use this mechanic and making the stages that you play a lot less fun when you play them is in the end a net negative. But in the end, it would have been a good feature though. You might also remember that I praised the zoom out and zoom in if you start or end a stage. I still think this is actually really cool, and it actually looks more immersive this way when you play a stage. The thing is, I can only think of one other thing I like about this game, and that is the characters. Some of the characters do have a really cool design. While it is absolutely my fetish, if I can say it this way, how they are dressed, I have to say there are a few characters that do feel like they are AI generated. I'm not sure, I have no evidence of it, but if I look at the red-haired girl, for example, her hair on the freaking elbow looks so nonsense, and the facial expression she has with the body posture, there is no way a human designed this. There is no cohesive idea behind it. And that is why there is a high chance, at least for some of the characters, they use some AI. And this was everything positive I was able to find about the game. Now let's talk about on why I find this game so fucking bad. It's so fucking insanely bad. After the 4 hours, there was one instance where my opinion about this game changed completely. I tried to give it every benefit of the doubt, but I just couldn't after that. So let's talk first about the stages. The stages are so badly designed that you just always have to replace your units. It's just not understandable. And the attack priority of your allies is insanely bad. It just ended up that you have to place your snipers and all your units really badly. This took all the joy from playing the stages for the first time. But I tried to continue. I want to clear at least all the stages in the first chapter. Admittedly, we made really good progress, but there was one problem we encountered. They reused the same stage over and over again, and after 10 stages of chapter 1, 4 of them were the same stage. That's insane. We pressed on, and we were at the last few stages of the first chapter. The problem was, as they were getting so difficult, I was constantly upgrading the skill tree, and there was another way to upgrade your units. It was with relics that you can get if you beat a stage. And with leveling the skill tree as much as possible, and giving my best relics to all my units I use, I still struggled so much, and I didn't know if there was another way to increase the strength of your units. But I convinced myself, it was just a skill issue, and for the last few stages, I just ran my head against the wall and tried as many times as I can to eventually get the clear for all the last stages. And with that, chapter 1, I have completely obliterated, I've beaten everything. Now it was time for chapter 2. And already the first stage, regardless of how much I tried, I had no fucking chance. Even with the best possible placement I was able to come up with, it had no chance of surviving the enemies. And so I was left baffled on like how the fuck I'm able to make my units stronger. And then it dawned on me. Maybe there's a better roadblock placement. I have to think about a roadblock placement that is better. But like, yeah, 150 enemies is insane. We're gonna activate this. We're gonna do it here. We're gonna go with this. Activating this. This is where we failed all the time. I can't heal more than that. There's a lot of wheels. We can handle the wheels. Dude, this is it. Like, I can't even farm the skill tree. Oh, like, wait, don't tell me. Let's just check. We have 29. Don't tell me this is how you play this game. Oh, I'm disgusted. If that's the case. What? I don't know the stage, but we played this. Wait, so you go back and beat those stages? Wait, what did you discover? That's a new stage? So this was stage 3, right? We're gonna leave this stage now? Don't tell me, like, if that's the case on like how things are, then I don't know if like, so we did stage 3, right? We beat this before. I'm gonna reset here. This is a different stage. It's so dry. So you're just like resetting. Wait, so the stage I'm stuck at, right? Oh. But like, wouldn't you just reroll for a stage you like all the time and then you can cheese like everything? Is this how you improve in this game? You play the same stage over and over and over and over again. So it's like, I hope we're not getting points in the skill tree, but we probably do. So you're just re-rolling the stages and you're farming the skill tree up. Oh, that's so boring. So you're stuck on a stage, which it's clear I'm stuck on a stage because I clearly don't have enough high modifiers from the skill tree. Or enough good things drops. I didn't get enough good artifacts drops to help me clear a stage. So you're just grinding the same stages over and over again. I hope not. No, this is not fun. Being forced to play the same stage over and over again manually to grind the skill tree so you can upgrade this skill tree so you can beat the stage now that we're all not able to beat, not because we're not smart enough, but only because the skill tree wasn't high enough. You know, I was very, like, okayish positive about the game. Like, especially characters. But, like, if that's the base of it, if that's what they're going for, then this game has no future. Absolutely not. So the way of making your unit strong in the game is just playing the same stages over and over and over again to level your skill tree and get better artifacts to just be stronger. It's just a mindless fucking grinding simulator. The stages were not fun to play the first time. It's not gonna be fun the 10th time. That is not a game. That is a fucking punishment. I honestly never thought this was possible, but they managed to make the Arknights gameplay a torture method. It is crazy to me that the developer thought, oh yeah, that's probably gonna be something people enjoy to play. That's crazy. Who wants it? I love fucking grinding. I think it's amazing. But the time you have to waste to grind your skill tree one by one for just so tiny upgrades is crazy. I don't know what to say. When I saw this, I just was mind blown. I was immediately just like, I couldn't do it anymore. I played a few stages again, but dude, that is not fun. I really tried to give the game a good review and just talk about the good, and I tried to be fair with the game, and even if it was taking a lot of inspiration from Arknights, to still talk about the good things it did. I can't anymore, dude. It's a torture mechanic. It's torture. I don't wish this to anyone. And the worst thing is, it's not even free torture. You pay for this torture. I paid for this torture. I got donated money, so I wouldn't be feeling too bad that I paid for torture. That is insane. It's likely probably one of the worst things I've ever seen in a game. Why? Who the fuck thought this was a good idea? Anyway, I was fucking baffled. I don't know what to say. I was flabbergasted. It is a horrible game. Don't buy it unless you actually got convinced it's a good game. Then give it yourself a try. I don't want to say don't buy a game if you actually think it is something for you. It probably isn't. If you like torture, if you're like a masochist, maybe. But I think it's even too much pain for masochists to play. It's like the worst thing of gaming I've ever seen. It's so bad. Why would you waste your free time on this? Anyway, I think that's it for the review. I hope you were able to get a good impression of what the copycat game is. It's a fucking ripoff. It didn't even look that bad animation-wise and everything. But it is what it is. Fucking bad game. Can't recommend. Would never play again. It's already uninstalled. I hope I can get my followers back in my life. It was such a fucking waste. But with that, I would say thanks so much for watching. Have a nice one. Don't buy it, dude. Really. But have a nice one, guys. And I would say, see ya.